Operations management. Okay, so actually the operations management is nothing but completing a process effectively and efficiently. Okay, and then one of the best practice to maximize the operational excellence is lean management. Lean management. Lean management. Okay, and we will keep talking about the lean management. Lean management. Really? That is really. No. Have you ever heard about the lean management? Lean? Never? Okay, so that's the reason why you are learning about this. Okay, lean management. Lean. Okay. This is a summary. This is an overview of this module. Okay, production system, lean management, MGS, agile, whatever. So lean management or the lean production system is related with Kaizen. Okay? And the operations system that maximizes the value added by each of the company's activities by removing the waste and delay from them. Okay? Waste. Throughout the effort from the lean production management system, we can achieve this just in time or even better, just on time. That is related with inventory. Okay? A long story short, we want to make zero inventory. We want to make no inventory in our production system. Okay, that is the purpose of the lean management, the lean system. And absolutely, you are learning about a very interesting language of the production system, operations management. Absolutely, Western people and Americans, Germans use this language as well. However, you have advantage because that is written. You can read it and understand it better. Muda. Okay, so can you read this? Rice. Can you read this? Okay, can you read this?
I can read the word optional.
Oh, what is this? Can you read it?
I don't know that word.
Oh, okay. So actually that is okay. And then you read this. 무용. Okay? Same name. And however, that is Japanese. 무다. That's a 무다. Okay? 무다. So what is the meaning of 무용?
Useless.
Useless. Exactly the same meaning. Okay? That's exactly the same meaning. 무다 is the meaning of useless. Okay? Useless. 무다 means useless. And what is the purpose of this? We want to get rid of this 무다. We want to minimize the 무다. Okay? Inventory is not necessary. Okay? Absolutely. So 무다 or 무용 is 무다. Okay? And we will identify what is unnecessary. Okay? We have 7 muda in operations management. 7 muda. 7 muda, that is teamwood. Okay? 7 muda from the operations are transportation. We don't need the more long transportation. We want to minimize the transportation. Inventory, absolutely, we want to reduce the inventory. Motion, like we take more actions on it, we reduce the motion. Waiting, absolutely, we want to get rid of the waiting, queuing. And overproduction, overstock, no, we want to get rid of that. Overprocessing. If you can do something with a parsimonious rule, do it with a little effort. Defect. Absolutely, we hate defect. That's a quality problem. So we get rid of these 7 muda from our whole operation. 무다, 우용, operations management. We want to get process done effectively and efficiently. What is the best way to achieve that the efficiency and the effectiveness? Get rid of the muda. We don't need excessive something. We will see. Okay? We get rid of all unnecessary things and all distractions, all problems. Okay? That's a muda. Okay, muda. Get rid of the muda. And actually that lean production system or lean system comes from the idea of Toyota production system. Toyota, TPS, okay? TPS we call, and then TPS is characterized by its pull method, not push method. Pull method means, okay, if there is a demand, we provide. And how if there is no demand, we do not do anything. We will see, don't worry. This is just overview. Overview, okay? And pull method is a character of the TPS, and that is a characteristics of the lean system. Push method, produce more, invent more, and then do something more. No. Okay, and we will learn about many things, many interesting language. Okay, give me a second. Where's and. Okay, you can help me. Can you read this? 지동화, okay? We call that is 지도가 in Japanese. Okay, however, that's okay. 지동화, okay? And can you read this? 방쇼바, okay? We call that is a 포카요게. 포카요게, okay? Okay? And there's a no mistake rule. No mistake, okay? Good. And this is, okay, so, no, not in Chinese. Okay, that is a takuto time, tech time. Hold on. Actually, that is originated from the German language, like the Tag-Zeit, whatever. Okay, and stop. Yeah. Where I stop. Yeah, we'll see later. We'll see later. Okay. And can you read this? 평준화, 핑준. Okay. So there's a heijunka in Japanese. Okay. Normalizing, level 1 normalizing. And okay. So like this, TPS is composed with this kind of the processes, this kind of way of doing. Okay? Fortunately, you may understand what is the meaning of this. 지도가. Okay. So that's automation. Right? Okay? Okay, mistake free and normalizing. 평준화. Okay, normalizing. So, you have advantage. You understand what I'm talking about. However, American students or the German students and outside of that, they have no idea about what it is when they first heard. 해준가, 지도가, 포카요게. Okay, and we will go more essence. We are going to the essence of the lean management system that drives us a lot of improvement in the operations management. 3R5S, and we call that is a 3.5S. 3.5S. Or, okay, that is this. Something on the, yeah. Give me a second. Melody, okay. So maybe you can help me. 띵, okay. So 띵, okay. 띵, okay. Read this. 띵양. 띵, 위, 윙, 쯔, okay? 띵용, 치, okay? So that is three thing. Three thing, okay? 3종, 오케이. 산띵, 오케이. 띵양, 띵웨이츠, 띵용츠, or whatever. Okay? So, can you understand what is this? Right quantity, right location, right container. Huh? Amber? No? Can you understand this? 띵양, right volume. Okay? 띵 위치, right location. Okay? And 용치, container, box. Can you understand that? Exactly. That is this. So, in order to organize something, we use this principle. At the right quantity or volume, right location, and right container. something, okay? And in order to do these kind of things, we practice 5S. 5S, okay? 5S. And you can help me. 5S. 증리, okay? And however, actually that in Japanese that is seiri. I'm sorry. Okay, whatever. 정리, okay? And 정돈, okay? 세이톤, 정돈, okay? 칭서, so, cleaning, and 징지에, okay? Make it clean, okay? And okay, here. 시고. Okay, this is a 5S. Unfortunately, that in Japanese, that all start with S. That is the reason why we call that is a 5S. 5S, okay, and 산띵우S. 산띵우S. Okay, we call that 산띵우S. Okay, 세리, 세이톤, 세이쇼, and 세이게츠, and 시츠게. However, in English, we translate that as a sort, straighten, shine, standardize, and sustain something. Actually, unfortunately, English cannot explain that. So you'd better to memorize the Chinese letter than the English. Okay, so you can do it. And do it. Jia. Again. 정리, 정돈,清扫, 清洁. Yeah, that fast. Okay? Because this lean management system or the product production system comes from Asia. We conceptualize that kind of operational excellence by using our language. So you'd better to memorize this in Chinese letter. Why not? And what if you memorize this? 正理, okay? So sort? No, actually. So is there anybody who can explain what is the difference of these two? 正理, 正端. Kelly? Miss Kelly. Can you explain what is the difference between the 정리 and 정돈? Do you agree that that is different? That is different? 정리 is something and the 정돈 is something different. Different? Or no different? Slightly different. Can you tell what is that difference? Probably not easy to explain. However, you get to know, you know what is the difference. You cannot explain it because that's a language problem. Unfortunately, many Western people, many Americans, and many Germans, Europeans, they cannot understand 정리, 정돈. However, many Asians who can speak Chinese, who can read the Chinese, maybe you have a better understanding. That is 정리 means, okay, make it organized. Make it organized? No. Make it sort of. And 정두어 is organized in a proper manner. Okay? So probably, for me, it's not easy to explain, but however, I can feel it. I can do it. And you can feel, and you can do it. Okay? That's a 3R and 5S. And based on this kind of very simple principles, we can apply a very important and essence of the lean production system, lean system. We call that is Kanban system. Kanban. Oh, Kanban. Oliver. Kanban. Kanban. Say Kanban. What? Kanban. Kanban. Okay. Chinese Kanban and Japanese Kanban. Korean Kanpan. Oh yeah. However, same language. Same language. Yeah, we can read in a different way. Can read. What is the meaning of the Kanban? What is the meaning of that? Kanban? What is that? Kanban? Showroom, big. The signboard. Okay? Signboard. Big signboard. We use Kanban, signboard, in operation to visualize all processes. Okay? We call that is a Kanban system or a visual management. The Japanese word meaning card or visual record. But however, you know what is Kanban? Signboard. Big signboard. Okay? Kanban and visual record that refers to the card used to control the flow of the production through a factory. Okay, so interestingly, operations management recently we use a lot of the Asian concepts because we Asians are very good at operation excellence. That is the reason why we produce a lot of product in Asia. We are good. How? Because we are using that kinds of concepts that come from the very similar language. Because we are good at that kinds of concept. Can we do it? Absolutely. Why not? 볼까요? That's a strength. Power. 지도가, 지동화, 회중가, 평준화, okay. 상띵, US. You understand, even though you cannot explain. That's our language. Okay? If that is our language, we will be good at it. We will be much better than any other. Whatever. Okay, what was it? And Kanban system. That is that. And absolutely, what is the purpose of these kind of things? What is it? CI. These are the core and essence of process done effectively and efficiently. Nowadays, even in the artificial intelligence, even in the industry 4.0, we do. This is a principle of the management. Okay, so this is an overview. This is an overview of this module. Okay, we will go in detail. Don't worry, we will go in detail. Okay, good. And what? What do you mean? I will ask this question. Okay, we better to start with this situation. Greg. So, you are now in the dormitory, right? Dormitory. You are living in dormitory. Oh, okay. So, what would be look like your dormitory room now? Left or right? What your dormitory room look like, left or right? Right? Really? Okay, I will say, okay, I know. Okay, honest, left or right? Somewhere in between. Okay, I hope to believe Royce, left or right? Right? Okay, maybe I do better too. Okay, Sandra, right or left? Right? I will go to your dormitory rooms. Say it frankly. Yeah, check. Rainy. Left or right? Left, thank you. Kyrie. Left or right? Left, absolutely. Okay. I don't know. Left or right? Left, absolutely. Oh, we have a right to be left. Me too. My room is totally left. Yeah, absolutely. It's natural. The natural. Okay. It's natural. Before learning this kind of the operations management, that's natural. That's natural because we are human beings. Okay. We want to increase that entropy and we want to make everything messy. Ah, that's nature. Fine. That's not fault. That's okay. However, yeah, if you learn about operations management, maybe you can make a choice. Left or right, you can make a choice. Okay, you can make a choice. Good. However, this personal life, I don't care. That's your privacy. Okay, that's your privacy. Who cares? If I do not make any trouble, okay, everything is fine. Who cares? It's okay. And only your mom will kill you. Oh, fine. However, this is our nature. Okay, don't underestimate our nature. The humans, we want to make everything messy. Fine. Okay, for personal life, fine. However, in work, it's a different story. It's a different story. Like this. Okay? So this is an example of the server. This is an example of the server in a machine room or in the computer lab. If we operate something like this, okay? If it works well, fine. If it works well, fine. However, if something is wrong, what will happen? Can we identify a problem easily? It takes more than 2 or 3 days to identify a problem. And if something is wrong in the system, maybe that means that we must shut down something. We will not have the internet, we will not have the electricity. We will not have operation. And that means if that kind of things is happening in the big hospital, somebody will die. In the work, privacy, okay. I don't care. It's okay. However, if this kind of things is happening in the workplace, it's a totally different story. It can kill somebody. It works. So that is the reason many workers, operators, operations managers, we want to organize, we want to operate like this. Clean, well organized, easy to handle, and easy to identify. And that means we can reduce cost. Absolutely. We want to get the process done effectively and efficiently. Throughout this. Okay? Personally, I was a mechanical engineer and I was working at the production line. And unfortunately, I lost a few number of my friends and workers. by accident. Because you know that the production line has a lot of automated machines and high voltage of the electricity and a lot of dangerous work. Sure. So I lost a few number of friends because of a few number of accidents. Why that kind of accident was occurred? Because of this kind of situation. There was a production line and something was broken. And one of my worker, he wanted to fix the machine, and then he came down to the machine. And unfortunately, something was not working, something was messy, and he slipped over, and his head was diving into the machine, and his head was crashing. And he died. And another my technician who worked for the electrician, and he wanted to fix an electric supplier. Unfortunately, something was happening like that, and he touched something, and then he shocked, and he died. And personally, I had a few number of broken fingers and the toes because of the machine crash. I'm sorry, but that was our life. That was a mechanical engineer's life. So sometimes, because I slipped over my left finger and dive into the machines and crash in my left fingers. And the big, large machines fall because of the messy, fall onto my left leg. It happens. In order to minimize that kind of the probability of the losing people, absolutely we cannot avoid 100% of accident. I'm sorry, it happened. However, we can reduce unnecessary loss. I lost my people. I lost my technician, I lost my engineer, I lost my people. Because of this. Losing money, that is fine. Losing money, losing machines, that's heartbreaking, but however, that's okay. However, if we lose people, we cannot survive. So, not because to make money, but because to avoid losing your important persons. Think of this. Probably you will have a very little chance to work as in the production line or production or something. However, operations will lose a lot of people every day. Really lose. That is the reason why we want to standardize everything, why we want to organize everything. That's the reason why we want to exercise the 3-in or 5 minutes or the Heijunka or normalizing, standardizing, operations management a lot. Not because of making more money, but because of avoiding losing important people. Personally, I think so. Yeah. Oh. Don't try that. Okay? In order to avoid that kind of situation, unfavorable situation, please think of these when you work. In your room, okay, but however, when you work, please think of this. Not because of yourself, but because of the others too. Okay? So, this is the reason why we need to be good at operation. Okay? And in order to make that kind of nice thing happen, we practice many things. Okay? And that kind of idea was initiated in Asia many years ago, and that can be easily summarized with this medium. We call this is a Toyota production system, and gradually it becomes a PPS and it becomes the lean management system. There is a little sound.
The Toyota production system is widely studied by business schools and manufacturing plants. But what exactly is the Toyota production system, and how do customers benefit? When manufacturing using the Toyota production system, Toyota only builds what is ordered. This ensures overhead costs are in check, and it provides stable pricing for the customer. Equipment orders are slotted into the production schedule based on the production forecast and slot availability. This ensures a level workflow through the factory and is a process called Heijunka. Toyota holds many of its suppliers to the Heijunka process as well to maintain levelized material flow and just-in-time component delivery. On the assembly line, parts and components are delivered directly to the associates. Toyota forklifts, tow tractors, and AGVs are used to deliver parts to the line, following the assembly sequence, which is dictated by the daily production schedule. The just-in-time principle is critical because it allows associates to receive the right parts the moment they're needed, in the exact location they're needed, for the specific forklift they're assembling at that time. Assembly associates focus on standardization and specialization, which allows them to work on many different lines and produce many different products.
The Toyota production system guarantees product quality by making each person in every process in our facility a quality inspector. So rather than having inspection at the final process to make sure the product is good and to our standards, we rely on each associate to be an inspector. So therefore we have 900 inspectors on the shop floor that are trying to make sure that good quality is built into the product.
In order to continuously improve the production quality and safety in the supply chain, regular meetings are held on the shop floor, and the TPS culture requires a consistent presence of managers and other leaders in and around the assembly lines. To take consistent quality a step further, associates perform quality checks on every component they touch before sending their work down the line. They mark each component using a colored marker, and if you look closely at any Toyota forklift, you'll see multiple marker dots on internal components. This indicates the component has passed through various quality checkpoints before reaching the customer. When the forklift is completely assembled, it goes through a final inspection. 100% of Toyota products are tested and inspected in order to guarantee the highest level of quality for Toyota forklift customers. Should a customer have an issue with the Toyota forklift, a local dealer addresses the problem immediately with the customer to ensure the forklift is up and running as quickly as possible. Then, the dealer files a warranty claim with the factory. The warranty claim process includes a thorough inspection of every faulty part after it has been sent back to the factory for analysis. If the defect is confirmed after the part has been analyzed, countermeasures are put in place at Toyota to ensure the same defect doesn't happen in the future. After a countermeasure has been developed, it becomes standard in order to reduce future warranty claims. Thanks to this process and the Toyota production system, Toyota customers can be confident they'll always receive a quality forklift. The Toyota production system results in a decrease or total elimination of waste, unnecessary components, and pollution. For Toyota customers, the Toyota production system means shorter lead times, cost savings, and the highest quality material handling equipment in the industry. To learn more about the Toyota production system and how it can help you be more productive, Visit toyotaforklift.com or contact your local Toyota forklift dealer.
Yeah, that was my word. So maybe you heard of very interesting terminologies throughout the world. Okay, full method. Maybe you missed. Okay, full method, not push method. You already learned this kind of the strategy. Okay, full method. Expansionist strategy? No. Conservative strategy. When there is a demand, we oppress. Full method. Leveling, 해줄까? Leveling. AGV, that's one of the most interesting logistics machines. That's auto-guided vehicles and the robot system. Okay? Yeah, the people do not deliver the machines or the part. We just push something on the robot, and then that will automatically go to somewhere. JIT or JOT, just in time. When you need something, give a signal, and then something is coming on time. Okay? Just in time, there is a takt time. However, just on time, no waste of the time. Shop floor investigation that is done by quality support, quality management. Okay, TQM, total quality management. Who is responsible for this TQM quality defect? Who is responsible? Everybody. Everybody. Okay, and throughout this kind of a TPS, throughout this kind of the managerial practices, we can reduce muda, waste. What waste? 7 muda. Okay, so this is a rough understanding about production system, operation system. And nowadays we are doing these kind of things like these. Okay, however, nowadays we use more computers, we use more internet. By using that kinds of the machines and the high tech, we make our operations better. But principles do not change. Okay, good. That's the TPS. And absolutely, by using this kind of things, we want to get rid of the muda. Muda. What is muda? 7 muda. Team. And whatever. Okay, so I will. 7 muda. 무용. Okay. Unnecessary things in operation. 7 muda. Transportation, and what is I? Inspection? No. Give me a second. I don't remember. Okay. There is muda. Inventory. Motion. Waiting. Overproduction. Stock and over processing and defect quality. Yeah, in the final exam you will see this. Whatever. Okay, so here. Whatever, transportation, TI, inventory, and then motion, wood, WW, where is it? Waste, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, defect. Defect is a V word. If we have a defect, there must be a rework. So these are the 7 muda. Muda or Ellen? Muda in Chinese. Ellen? 무용. Okay. 7 무용. Unnecessary. Okay. Useless. Okay. So that's our biggest enemy. So we want to kill them. Torture and kill them. Okay. Get rid of that. Don't do unnecessary things. That is the first start to make operations better. Don't start with, oh, I want to make this better, better things better, best. That will not happen. We start small. We will have an example. Do I have an example? No. Yeah, before, okay, so that is that. Okay, so that is. Okay, 7 muda. And then I want to get rid of the muda. And how we can get rid of the muda? By using this. Using this. Okay. Absolutely, we want to establish nice, well-organized system, operating system. We want to make the all operating system well organized, clean, and 100% working with no muda. We want to do this. We want to do this. Okay. Like this. And if you have a choice, how we can make this happen? Really? There is really? No, really, okay. So, left or right? Right? Right or left? Right? Okay. Good. Angelica, left or right? Right? Okay. Angel? Left or right? Right? Okay. Jared? Left or right? You left or right? Choose one. Left. Okay, thank you. Okay. There it is. Okay, good. So, left. Right. Okay, good. Left and right now. So then, you want to make the room right. So then, what should you start? From here. What should we start? What should we do first in order to make this happen? Absolutely, the best way to make this happen is torture. Torture, Jared. Yeah! That's the best way. Okay? If you can push people to organize and clean like that, okay, you can do it. However, nobody will do it by themselves. All around the world, I try my best to make the people work like this. But unfortunately, I totally failed. In Germany, no. In France, no. In Korea, no. In US, no. In Japan, no. Because this is a violation of our human nature. So that how we can get this kind of things to happen, we need to manage. How we can manage without torture somebody. Absolutely. If I can torture, I will do that to get to that kind of nice things that happen. But unfortunately, I cannot torture. Yeah. We need to manage. Okay, so then, managers, we conceptualize this kind of processes of the management like this. We start with this. In order to achieve this, finally we want to get this number. Okay, so what should we start with? We start with 5s. 5s. Very trivial and tiny minuses. 5s. And Sandra. Okay. Daisy. Oh. Yeah, please help me.
In Chinese.
Yeah, in Chinese, okay.
整理，
整理，
整顿，
整顿，
清扫，
清扫，
清洁，
清洁，清洁。
是否，
师傅 ，no。
习惯，
是吧 ？Okay, 5s. Okay, we start with this 5s. 师傅，whatever. Okay, good. So, this is how we start with to get things organized like this. Okay. Red. Red, where is red? Red. 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 Okay, we start with 整理、整顿、清扫、清洁。Okay, 习惯。Okay, number 2 is what? 定量。定位是定用词。Okay, so absolutely we start with this 5s first. In order to achieve this 3R, in order to make that kind of things happen, okay? And anybody underestimate the power of these small things. Small things, okay? And do you know the New York City? Is there anybody who went to the New York City? No, where? Who? Okay. So the New York City. When did you come to the New York City? Around 5 years ago? 10 years ago? 2 years ago, and that's 2019. Okay, 2019 New York City, and New York City is clean. Not very clean, and New York City is safe. Not very safe. Okay, and New York City is very good at enjoying the nice tour. Somewhat. However, we turn back to the 1980s and the 1990s. Okay, so 2019. Okay. However, we turn back to the 1980s and 1990s, especially for the 1990s. And have you ever been to the Harlem? Harlem? No, Harlem? Just in front of the Columbia University. Harlem? Harlem? No? Right. Okay. So let's go to the Harlem. Okay. So let's see. I have that. The Columbia University is just located in front of the Harlem. And Harlem is one of the most dangerous streets. That was, but not now. That's okay. And Google Maps. New York City. NYC. Yeah, if you want to go to the New York City, maybe we'd better to go to the K University. You know? Okay, that's okay. So here is our campus, K University. K University is here. Okay? This is here. And across that the Hudson River, Okay, this is Hudson River. Okay, and here our campus, and this is New York City. This is New York City. What is that? No, okay. Not New York City. Okay, this is the island. Okay, and this is the Statue of Liberty, and this is the southern. This is the New York. And then maybe you're familiar with it here. That's my easy. Yeah, World Trade Center. 911. Chinatown, New York City, and you must go to the Hopkey, the restaurant to enjoy the Chinese, the fried crab. Hopkey, my favorite. And then here, in front of here, okay, and this area is Wall Street. This is Wall Street, and overall, this is southern Manhattan, New York City, southern Manhattan. Okay, and then this is Manhattan, and over here around where is Columbia University. New York, University, New York. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's the Columbia University. Here, in the north, around the north, okay, on North Manhattan, there is a Columbia University. This is the Newport Bridge. Then there is Harlem. This is the Harlem area. Harlem area. And in 1987 and 1990s, Harlem was the worst place to stay because there are a lot of shootings, black communities, and a lot of robberies. And in the daytime, nobody can go into that Harlem. And you know that the New York subway, New York subway. NYC subway system is older than around 150 years. That's totally ugly. Okay, and then what to look like this. Look like this. Okay, and actually this is not bad. This is not bad, okay, in 1990s. Yeah, this was the situation at the 1990s in New York City, New York subway. So then almost nobody can come into the New York subway because it's a lot of waste, a lot of dangerous something, and a lot of the drugs, a lot of the bastard, mobs, guns, violations. That was the situation of the 1990s at the New York subway. And Marshall, there was that like in the 2 years ago, New York subway. Same? No, that's much better. That's much better. Yeah, I told you that's much better. In the 1990s, that was really terrible. And however, somebody transformed the New York City to the country New York City. Somebody. In 1990s and the early 20s, somebody come to the New York mayor and he started to do something and he totally transformed the New York City as one of the most attractive city in the world. How many people come to New York City for a tour in a year? Many. A lot. However, in the 1990s, nobody wants to come to New York City because that's dangerous. Something was happened by a person. His name was Mayor Giuliani. Mayor Giuliani, okay, Unfortunately, he is the fastest supporter for the Donald Trump. Unfortunately, anyway, okay. And Giuliani was he was a CEO of the somewhere. I can't remember. And anyway, so Mayor Giuliani come from the industry. Mayor Giuliani come from the industry, manager, business guy, and he learned a lot about the TPS, the lean systems, and the operations management. He's an expert of the operations. Then he wanted to transform the New York City as one of the most attractive tourist city. He wanted to make a change, and he was chosen as a mayor, and he started to do a very stupid thing. For 3 years, he did nothing but do one. Yeah, where is it? I cannot write the Chinese. I have to read that. Okay. He did this. Right? Yeah. Why is that? Mayor Giuliani, when he started his first period of the New York City mayor, he started to not shine. How can I say? Clean. Yeah, clean. Every in the morning he bring a brush. Really, you can believe it. He just bring a brush, and he go to the street, and he went to the street, and he went to the subway and clean it. Mayor, mayor, New York City mayor. Every in the morning he took the brush and cleaned streets and subway. What we have every New York City citizens. Oh, what are you doing, you stupid mayor? You must do the very important thing. But the Giuliani, I will do my work. It takes around 2 years. People start following. Every in the morning he brush. Subway, street, every single corners. He brush. He made the New York City clean. Absolutely nobody believed the power of this. But he believed the importance of this small things. And gradually, people got aware. New York City can be clean. Our street can be clean. And clean looks better. And people can feel more safe. Because nothing is messy. Subway. Everything gets organized. It takes 2 years, and after 3 years, New York City gradually transformed to get clean. What will be happening after 3 years later? People came to New York City to enjoy tour. Because that That's clean. That city is getting clean, and that city is getting safe. Holland, one of the worst place to go. When the street get clean, when the street get organized, people try to keep that clean. Do you want to make messy of a public space by yourself? Oh yeah, absolutely. Somebody want to do that. And however, what will happen if you make that place messy? Somebody will kill you. No, don't do that. I want to make this street clean because that looks better. That happens. Mayor Giuliani. Do this for 3 years, and after 3 years, he started one of the most remarkable marketing of this. That was happened in 1999. Then people got to New York City more. And all from the early 21st century, New York City is getting one of the most attractive tourist city in the world. That happened only 20 years ago. Before the 21st century, in 1990s, I don't want to go to New York City. Probably I get die. Subway, street, really. However, one stupid operation manager, Giuliani, started a very humble, tiny, small this chainsaw transformed a large megacity. Don't underestimate the operational power. Don't underestimate the importance of this tiny minor things. Every small effort make a big change. We believe in. That's the management. We believe in a small minor actions. We know. So we start with the 5S. We achieve the 3R. We make that happen under the name of the Kanban system. Visualize everything. Okay, good. So far, any question? No? So far so good? 유제. On Thursday, 유제. Good. Okay. Good. Then I will see you on Thursday.